and welcome to the first Backpacking Asia vlog. Well, en route to Asia, our first stop was Bucharest, Romania, as we were making our way towards Sri Lanka. We checked into our hotel for the next 3 nights. This is Hotel Trianon, which very centrally located. It was only £30 per night, so very much did the job. Spacious room, front street facing, had all the amenities that we needed, and very much did the job for our 3-night stay, and I would highly recommend.
Chasing stars and holding you. I can't see the end, but we'll see it.
So like I said, we were on our way to Asia, but our first stop was Bucharest because it was a cheap stopover before getting to Dubai. So we thought, why not explore a brand new country in Europe before we make our way over to Asia. So our first day here, we went for some pastries. We arrived late afternoon and grabbed some pastries from Luca, a chain around Bucharest, for very cheap pastries. We are on a budget, a very tight budget, and explored the streets to kind of get our bearings and see what Bucharest had to offer and what we would be exploring and wandering around for the next 3 days while we were here, just slow traveling and taking in this new city.
Fly forever if you keep it tight. Love the world, but keep the sky on your mind.
For dinner, we headed to the traditional Romanian Cachubere restaurant, gorgeously decorated inside, and we had very, very good food, and the budget kind of went out the window, but we tried polenta, and I had some soup in a bowl, which was delicious. Day 2 of our world travels, we were up and out early, and this is Sismiji Gardens, right next to our hotel, which made for a lovely walk in the morning. As you can see, there are a lot of workers from like the local council keeping this park in really nice shape. There is this large lake that's usually here but was drained. I don't know if it's time of year or what, but maybe if you visit it might be filled with water. And just made for a very nice early morning walk with our takeaway coffees and to start off our first full day traveling full time. It didn't take long to be reminded of my job that I left behind in London for Burberry, but we move on and we came across this really famous local patisserie. It's literally in a convenience store, like a hole in the wall, but as you can see, a lot of locals queued up. It was a weekday morning and you can grab your cigarettes, your alcohol, but also get a lovely pastry. So we grabbed 2 pastries from here and then went around the street to eat them. We sat in some church grounds to have our cheese pastry and a little sweet treat as well, a little trebec, and it was delicious and very, very cheap, so I would highly recommend if you're on a budget like us. We then continued to explore the city on foot, visiting the Romanian Athenaeum, the Revolution Square, and some churches which are absolutely stunning. So this is a church, I'm not going to even pretend to pronounce it, but the paintwork, so it's all hand painted, like every inch. This is outside the church and then you can go inside as well, but just look at the paintwork. It is insane, like top to ceiling, like the very, very tippity top of the church is hand painted with these gorgeous paintings of saints, and then once you get inside it's the exact same. Every inch of the church is hand painted, every single inch, and it's just gorgeous to take in, no matter if you're religious or not, but to come in and just appreciate the artwork. It is stunning. This is a bit of an Instagram famous street. This is Umbrella Alley, a nice place to come and take some photos, and then another church to come and visit with gorgeous paintwork inside as well. And one of my highlights of Bucharest was this bookstore. So this is Bucharesti Carousel, and it is one of the prettiest bookstores I have ever seen in my entire life. I could have spent a lot of time here. They have an English book section. It's very popular. There's also a cafe on the very top floor. There's about 4 floors in here, but so worth coming to see. It is stunning. And then we went to another church. It's a monastery, again inside, beautiful, all hand painted, every single inch of the walls, ceiling, right up to the top window. Beautiful. By this point, we'd worked up a bit of an appetite, so headed on the metro to Terasa Obor, which is Obor Market. The metro is 52p each way, very, very cheap, so definitely recommend. And this is just kind of your average flea market, I would say. Like a lot of stalls just selling clothes and little itty bits you probably won't need if you're traveling, but really cool to kind of come and see the locals and like how they shop and sell things. And you'll find a lot of spices, a lot of food. Quite cool to come and see and look around. It did kind of look like an old prison. I will say that was what it was giving me, with the different balconies and like rooms. Almost looks like cells, but not sure if that is the case. But a very large room full of different things to buy, maybe worth coming seeing. But we were here for the food. So food wise, we saw a lot of garlic, which, you know, Dracula is very nearby. But we came to try out some mici sausages from Terasa Obor, which is very popular with the locals. Very cool to come and see. This is the only place we needed cash for to pay with. So everywhere else we used contactless card. And this is the only place we had to use cash, so one to know. But again, like, look at the queue, very popular spot. You get 3 mici and you loaf of bread and some mustard for a very cheap price. It was definitely less than £5 for the both of us for 2 plates. Really cheap and really, really tasty. Then we headed back into the city to the coffee factory to do some work on our laptops for the afternoon before heading on to dinner at a restaurant called Batra, another traditional Romanian restaurant. We both had schnitzel, shared some chips and some vegetables, and honestly, these might have been the best chips we've ever had in our lives. And that is no word of a lie. These chips, we're still thinking about them like 3 months later. They were insane, would so highly recommend. Plus, it's all very traditional Romanian inside, and we sat in this little cove, very cute, very cozy, and would really, really recommend this restaurant. It was really good. Day 3 and our final full day in Romania started with a jog around Sismugi Gardens next to our hotel. Who are we? But yes, we did take up some running in our London vlogs, which you will have seen. We did a 5k, so we wanted to kind of keep this up as we go around our travels. Not sure how well this will go, but we will try. And we rewarded ourselves with some pastries from Luca and a gorgeous coffee from Ted's Coffee. Very, very tasty and a nice way to spend the morning. Then we spent a few hours in the coffee factory again, which is very close to the hotel, just working on our travel plans because we have nothing booked after we get to Sri Lanka, so we're trying to organise that. And then to stretch the legs, we headed to the Palace of the Parliament, another attraction to see while in Bucharest, and one of the biggest, I think, parliament buildings in Europe. Then we headed to this alleyway, which is another attraction to come and see, another little photo opportunity, but it's kind of full of shisha bars and is a lot busier at night time. And then a highlight of our Bucharest trip, we spent our last night in Therme Spa. This was one of the best things that we did in Bucharest and one of the must-do things if you come here. It's about 60 minutes away by public bus, but it is a gorgeous, gorgeous spa. It is one of the biggest spas in Europe, and this is a massive pool. It has swim-up bars, there's bars where you can have a cocktail, there's jacuzzis, this is adult-only area as well, you can swim outside. There's also a restaurant inside if you want your dinner, because we had come from a really awkward time. But so recommend. It's not that expensive either, and it is just gorgeous experience. And then it was our final morning in Bucharest, and we were headed off to our next destination. Morning! We are checking out this morning. It's our last day in Bucharest, so this is our lovely hotel room, which I will do a little room tour of, but it's Thursday morning. We're checking out of Bucharest and we're going to Dubai. So yeah, we've had a nice time in Bucharest. It's been like quite slow, quite quiet, which is quite nice. It's been, yeah, we got some work done. We did some sightseeing, obviously did a lot of walking. We did at least 10,000 steps every day, so quite pleased with that. Went to the spa last night, which was gorgeous, and I think I took a little bit, some videos and talk you through it, but yeah, we had full night access and it was very busy, but it was so nice and like insane. I would definitely recommend as something to do if you're in Bucharest ever. But yeah, we're on to Dubai now, and it's gonna be a full travel day. Like, we woke up this morning, we're just checking out, it's 9 AM and we're gonna go straight to the airport and make our way to Dubai. We don't land in Dubai until like 8 PM, so it's gonna be very late. We're gonna maybe have like a late dinner let's go get our flight. We grabbed the public bus right next to our hotel to the airport and passed by Bucharest's version of the Arc de Triomphe, which is interesting to see as we passed by on the bus. But thank you so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe to see our next travel videos. We're off to Dubai next, then Sri Lanka, then Thailand, and there's just so much more to come. But yeah, make sure to subscribe and stick around, and let me know if you have any questions about Bucharest or our travels in general, and I will see you in the next video.